After years of dedicated service, you're finally approaching a major milestone, military retirement. It's a time for pride, reflection, and a whole lot of paperwork. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're tackling a topic that's crucial for every single service member thinking about hanging up the uniform. We're going to break down the essential things you absolutely need to do before you retire from the military. And trust me, you don't want to learn these lessons the hard way. We're going to go beyond the basics and dive into critical areas that can impact your family's future for decades to come. We'll cover how to transfer your GI Bill to your kids, health benefits from Tricare, and the medical evaluation for service connection disabilities for VA benefits, and a vital step for those with special needs children. Plus, we'll get into some other must-dos you might not have even thought about, including the Thrift Savings Plan and pre-retirement checklists. So grab a notepad and let's get started. But first, a quick disclaimer. This presentation is for informational purposes only and is not intended to be personal financial advice. There is inherent risk involved with financial decisions and investing. Please do your own research and make your own decisions. Lastly, policies and procedures change. Please be sure to check with your personnel department or human resources to ensure you have the latest information. First up, let's talk about one of the most valuable benefits you have earned, your post 9/11 GI Bill. Do you know you can transfer these education benefits to your spouse or children? This is a game changer for your family's financial future, but you have to act while you are still on active duty. Here's what you need to know. Eligibility is the key. To be eligible to transfer your benefits, you must have served at least 6 years on active duty or in the selected reserve, and you must agree to serve at 4 additional years. There are some nuances to this, so be sure to check the latest guidance from the Department of Defense. The transfer request process is done through the MilConnect website. It's a straightforward process, but it's not instantaneous. You'll need to designate your dependents and the number of months of benefits each will receive. Don't wait. The most common mistake service members make is waiting too long. You cannot transfer your GI Bill benefits after you've retired. This is the hard and fast rule. I recommend starting this process at least a year before your retirement date to ensure everything is approved in time. Even if your kids are young and you're not sure they'll go to college, transfer at least 1 month of benefits to each of them. You can always adjust the amounts later, but you can't add a dependent to the transfer list after you've retired. As a retiree, you and your eligible family members can continue to receive healthcare coverage through Tricare. Before retiring, research the various Tricare plans available for retirees. There's Tricare Prime, Select, and those for over 65, Tricare for Life, which supplements Medicare. You must enroll in a plan within 90 days of your retirement to avoid a gap in coverage. You may be eligible for healthcare services through the Department of Veteran Affairs. It is highly recommended to apply for VA healthcare before you retire. The application can be completed online, by mail, or in person at a VA facility. Having a VA healthcare enrollment can be a valuable supplement or alternative to Tricare. This next topic is critically important and can have a significant financial impact on your life after the military. Talking about getting your service-connected medical conditions properly documented and evaluated by the Department of Veteran Affairs. The key here is the Benefits Delivery at Discharge, or BDD program. This program allows you to file to your VA disability before you separate from the service. And here's why it's so important. Faster decisions. Filing through the BDD program can significantly speed up the VA claim process. You could receive your disability rating and benefits shortly after your retirement date, instead of waiting months or even years. You'll need to have thorough documentation. While you're still in the service, you have an easier access to your military medical records. Go through them with a fine-tooth comb. Every ache and pain and injury that occurred during your service needs to be documented. The process. You can start the BDD process 180 to 90 days before your separation. You'll submit your application and all of your service treatment records. The VA then will schedule your compensation and pension or C&P exam. Don't downplay your injuries. This isn't the time to be tough. Be honest and thorough with the medical examiners about how your condition affects your daily life. This evaluation will determine your disability rating, which directly translates to monthly tax-free compensation. This next topic is deeply personal for many military families. If you have a child with special needs, there are specific steps you need to take to ensure that they are cared for if something happens to you. This involves the Survivor Benefit Plan, or SBP. The Survivor Benefits Plan is an annuity that provides a portion of your retired pay to your eligible survivors. For a child with special needs who is incapable of self-support, these benefits can continue for their lifetime. You must have your child formally designated as incapable of self-support by the Defense Financial and Accounting Service before you retire. This typically requires medical documentation and a dependency determination. It is also highly recommended to consult with a lawyer specializing in special needs planning to set up a special needs trust. This trust can receive the SBP annuity and other assets without jeopardizing your child's eligibility for other government benefits like Social Security and Medicaid. This is not something to put off. This process can take time, and getting it right is crucial for your child's long-term financial security. The Thrift Savings Plan is a critical component of your retirement savings. In the months before retirement, review your TSP account, consider your investment strategies, and decide on your post-separation withdrawal options. You can leave your funds in the TSP, roll them over into another qualified retirement account, or take distributions. If you are under the blended retirement system, ensure you have maximized your matching contribution. Another thing to consider is in-service withdrawals. They are withdrawals that you may take from your TSP account while you're still employed by the federal government. There are two types of in-service withdrawals: financial hardship and age 59 and a half. To qualify for financial hardship withdrawal, you must have a financial need that meets certain requirements, and you must certify, under penalty of perjury, that you have a genuine financial hardship. Age 59 and a half in-service withdrawals are withdrawals that you can make from your TSP account when you're age 59 and a half or older and still employed by the federal government. You can only withdraw funds in which you are vested based on your years of service, and the amount must be at least $1,000 or your entire vested balance if less than $1,000. You will need to pay taxes on traditional funds unless you roll the funds over into a qualified retirement account. Most of you are not going to be age 59 and a half, and I don't recommend taking financial hardship withdrawals. After you separate from service, you have 4 options for taking your money from your TSP account. You can take partial distributions of a specified amount, total distributions, annuity purchases, or installments. You can request a distribution using one of these methods or any combination that you may choose. For details about withdrawals and distributions from your TSP account, visit tsp.gov. If you're not age 55 or older in the year of separation, the IRS early withdrawal penalty will apply for most TSP withdrawals and all loan distributions received before age 59 and a half. Because tax rules are complex, you may want to speak to a tax advisor before taking money from your TSP account. Here's a pro tip for you. When I retired from the military, I rolled over the traditional funds to a rollover IRA that was set up as a traditional IRA. And then I rolled over the Roth funds to a Roth IRA. I started doing partial Roth conversions of the traditional IRA until I learned the 2017 tax credits were likely to be extended. When I stop working and before I start taking Social Security, I plan to finish the Roth conversions. The reason for this is to minimize my taxes in retirement and eliminate the required minimum distributions. This might be confusing, so if you have any questions or you want to start a conversation with me, please just put your question in the comments below. By taking a proactive and organized approach to these critical benefits, retiring service members can ensure a smooth and secure transition to the next chapter of their lives. Fully leverage the rewards for their dedicated service to this nation. You should attend your initial transition counseling 18 to 24 months out and begin researching post-retirement career fields and educational opportunities. At 12 months out, begin the Transition TAP program. Review your personnel and medical records for accuracy. At 180 to 90 days, submit your application for VA disability benefits. 90 days out, look at your survivor benefit elections and complete your final medical and dental examinations. 60 days out, finalize your post-retirement budget. Make sure that you have your TSP decisions made for other investments. And 30 days out, complete your final out, including the DD Form 2656 for retirement pay. And upon retirement, enroll in Tricare within 90 days. Make sure you keep that DD 214 in a safe and accessible place. Okay, we've covered a lot, but the list doesn't stop there. Here are some other essential things to consider as you approach retirement. Meet with a financial planner who understands military retirement. Discuss your pension, the Thrift Savings Plan, and how your taxes might change. Remember, your housing and subsistence allowance will likely tax-free. Your retirement pay is not entirely tax-free. Understand your healthcare options. As a retiree, you'll be eligible for Tricare. Once you turn 65, you'll transition to Tricare for Life, which works in conjunction with Medicare. You must be enrolled in Medicare Part A and B to be eligible for Tricare for Life, so factor these premiums into your budget. Stay on top of your final out processing checklist from your branch of service. This includes things like your final physical, clearing your duty station, obtaining your DD 214. Make multiple copies of your DD 214. It is your golden ticket to veteran benefits. Take the Transition Assistance Program seriously. It offers valuable resources in resume writing, job searching, and transitioning your military skills into civilian terms. The VA Home Loan. VA guarantees a portion of your home loan for eligible veterans, often with no down payment required. While you can use this benefit at any time after separation, it is wise to obtain your certificate of eligibility before you retire to be prepared for a future home purchase. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more valuable information for military and federal employees. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.